Hi, and welcome to Math EQ on vectors. Question 1. The diagram shows the map of part of an orienteering course. Sanji runs from the start S to the point A. Write SA as a column vector. With A being 3 grids to the left and 4 grids higher, its column vector is -3, 4. Question 23. Where ABCD is a parallelogram, with AB being Q and AD being P. ABM is a straight line, with AB and BM being in a proportion of 1 to 1, and ABN is a straight line with AD and DN being in a proportion of 3 to 2. Write MN in terms of P and Q in its simplest form. Considering the ratios, MN is actually minus 2Q plus 5 over 3P. Question 23b. The straight line NM cuts PC at X. X being the midpoint of NN. BX being equal to KP. Find the value of K. DX is truly just half of AN, and therefore being half of 5/3 of P. With that, K is 5 over 6. Question 25. OABC is a parallelogram and O is the origin. CK is 2KB and AL is equal to LB. M is the midpoint of KL, with OA being P and OC being Q. Find in terms of P and Q for KL. KL in terms of P and Q is best represented by the red arrows on the diagram. This being a third of P minus a half of Q. Next, find the position vector of M. Again, the position vector of M can be represented by the red arrows. And this would lead us to this being 5 over 6P plus 3 over 4Q. Question 13. A and B have position vectors A and B relative to the origin O. C is the midpoint of AB and B is the midpoint of AD. Find in terms of A and B in their simplest form the position of vector C. Vector C is equal to half of A plus B. Next, find the vector CD. With CD being CO plus OE plus ED. We could solve for CD being 3 over 2 of B minus A. Question 11a. Find the length of the vector OB. The vector of OB can be identified as the sum of OA and AB. Having identified this vector, can use Pythagoras to identify the length of OB. Next, find the vector of BC. The vector BC in turn is the vector BA plus the vector AC. Question 11b. PQRS is a parallelogram with diagonals PR and SQ intersecting at X. PQ is equal to A and PS being equal to B. Find QX in terms of A and B. With X being the midpoint of the parallelogram, the vector of Qx is equal to minus half A plus half B, which simplifies to the product of half and B minus A. Question 6. OPQR is a rectangle and O is the origin. M is the midpoint of RQ and PT to TQ is in the ratio of 2 to 1. OP is P and OR is R. Find in terms of P and OR in its simplest form. What is MQ? MQ is half P. Next, find MT. MT is equals to half P minus a third R. Next, find OT. OT is equal to P minus 2/3 of R. Question 6b. RQ and OT are extended and meet at U. Find the position vector of U in terms of P and R. Give your answer in its simplest form. With the ratio of PT to TO being equal to RQ to RU, Ru is 3 over 2p. Hence, the required vector is r plus 3 over 2p. Next, with MT having the vector 2k n minus k, and its dimension being a root of 180, find the positive value of k. The information can be used to set up the Pythagoras formula, then solve for k. That's all for this segment. Do get into our other videos under KT Tutorial channel if you've liked this.